Puts up the baby hook. Excellent D there from Okafor.
I'll tell you what, for what's really an elementary shot, he looked a little nervous on that release.
And Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Freak.
It's been a very efficient first quarter for him. He's creating good opportunities and converting those that he creates.
Landry against Beasley. Beasley with the steal. It's Harden with the drive, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. The Rockets shooting their first free throws here for the night.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
And, you know, whenever they get into a stretch where it looked like maybe they would turn it around at the line, they would immediately take a step back.
Houston making a switch here. Capella's checked in.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Picked by Okafor. Covington dishes to Okafor. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
His eyes just simply light up when he gets that close to the bucket. And you just know what he's going to do with the basketball.
And it's Ariza in the corner. Off target with his three. For the Houston Rockets, they come into tonight following a loss to Indiana.
Yeah, not a very inspired performance for them, particularly when they were defending. They just gave that hostile crowd plenty to cheer for.
Yeah, they allowed a lot of free runs to the hoop, a lot of open jump shots, and in the end, the opponent's shooting percentage was through the roof. You can't win if your defense isn't better than that.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
I was able to catch up with the head coach of the 76ers. He said their scouting report is really all about how to handle Dwight Howard. Obviously a tremendously impactful player at both ends of the court. Coach said, offensively, we always need to know where he is. Defensively, it's always about doing your work early, trying to hold your ground and deny him prime position inside. Sounds like a good plan, Kevin.
And thank you, Doris.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
And now, courtesy of the 2K leaderboard, here are the teams that led the NBA in block shot.
Kevin, they were both great all last season, were these teams. I mean, they were terrific at blocking shots. I mean, not only did they have one or two guys, everybody seemed to get into the block party with these teams.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Booker, he's checked in for Howard. Brewer comes in for Trevor Ariza. And Jared Bayless subbed in for James Harden.
Uh-oh, a little showboating at the end of that one.
1:19 left in the first quarter of the game. Rockets trail by 8. Freak with it. He's coming off a 13-point game against Indiana. And the pass to Brewer. Now the feed to Booker. And Brewer kicks to Freak. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots it up. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
And one of the factors, Kevin, that really hurt them in that game, the lack of success at the foul line. We all know how much those free throw woes can cost you.
And it gave those opposing fans a boost every time another foul shot clanged off the rim. I mean, that's an easy way to get the home crowd in your grill.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Thompson misses.
You know, a team's rebounding is one of the great measures of its energy, and theirs has been terrific in the first quarter.
Yeah, they've brought it in terms of having another level of intensity right from the tip.
Philadelphia leading by 3. Screen by Grant. From outside the arc. An amazing shot, just barely. And certainly an intriguing matchup tonight. Let's hear from Trevor Ariza on his.
You're playing against a team that.
Ariza might as well be describing his own game plan. Houston making some changes. Howard's checked in for Capella. Harden comes in for Jared Bayless. And Freak subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. Howard is out there with Beasley. And it's Freak in at the 1 spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. And a new beginning here, if you will, for Freak. Changed the front of his jersey, and he's looking to have a fresh start with his new team.
And, you know, that can be a bit of a whirlwind when you move from one team to another, Kevin. But Freak certainly has the talent to hopefully be able to work smoothly through it. He knows he's got to stay focused on the court, and he has shown the ability to do that.
Smith left side. Passes to Covington. This one for 3. And the rebound goes to Howard. Houston's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter.
I really like the fact that he's getting the touches he needs here after not scoring a single point in that first quarter.
The 76ers trail by 3. Smith kicks to Covington. Landry with the screen. Covington passes to Okafor. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Looking here at some numbers for Smith. Some last season stats for him. 14th in assists, and he ended up in the top 15 in steals as well. Some of the quickest hands in the league.
He was a consummate playmaker last season, too. Completely unselfish, always has his head up, looking for the open gap.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Booker comes in for Michael Beasley, and it's Brewer in for Trevor Ariza. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Feeds it to Covington. Lets it go from deep. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make. He is 1 for 4.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Here's Freak. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help if he'd be a little bit more selective tonight.
Covered by Brewer. All alone. And no good as it rattles out.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
And a wide open look for Freak. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got his 3rd assist on the night. The 76ers trail. 1:21 left in the first half, and the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul. Rockets on defense. Here's Covington. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half.
Let's take a look at the 2K leaderboard to find out who are the best shooters from behind the arc last season. Freak is second.
The bucket must have looked 3 feet wide to him last year. I mean, very deserving in terms of that spot among the league leaders from 3.
Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Picked by Okafor. Jacks up a 3, and the shot is good. He's got 8.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Picked by Okafor. Lawrence, guarded by Harden. Clock at 6. The 76ers need to get off a shot. And it's Okafor missing. Houston's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter. Just 2 of 6 from long range. Got a piece of it. Guarded by Harden. Pass to Covington. Wide open. Again, Philadelphia. 5 seconds left here in the second. Good if it goes. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And we're through the... Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. The 76ers trail by 5, so on the floor for Philadelphia. Noel and Embiid patrol the paint together inside. Then it's Thompson. Then there's Grant. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Yeah, good job to take it right at them.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket. You know, it's been a bad day for them at the line today as a whole, and far too often that's the case for this team.
He's off on the second. Here's Brewer, and that comes off the assist by Jared Bayless. Brewer's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Thompson in the corner. Puts one up from 19. That's good. Rockets leading by 4. 1:49 left in the third quarter. They set the pick. Freak dishes to Booker. Now Bayless. He feeds it to Freak. Knocks down the 3 ball. Freak's got 11 points. 1:33 left to play in the third. Can't get it to go. Some solid defense from Freak. Houston's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. The 76ers trail by 7. Dishes it to Embiid. Here's Noel, and there's the call on Joel Embiid. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Rockets.
Well, they forced a decent number of turnovers in this one, fellas, and they've turned most of those turnovers into points.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
To the middle, 5 to shoot, and stolen by Booker. And Bayless with the basket, the assist from Corey Brewer. Bayless has got 6.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
To the paint. Grant outside. Over to the left wing. Here's Noel. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. That's good from Noel. And Philadelphia making a change here. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. And it's Brewer finishing it off.
And nobody... guys among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says thank you very much and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Freak. Got it! Got it! What a shot!
Oh my goodness, that one got me out of my seat. Unbelievable long-range shot.